Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Blackforexgroup coming to you with another market analysis video for this morning. This morning, we're going to be looking at the USDCAD, the Canadian dollar US dollar pair. Okay. Before we get to breaking down this currency pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you're here. You want to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to also put a little bit of extra money in your pocket. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and break down this Forex pair. All right. Now, before we get to breaking down the technical analysis, you know us as Black Forex, we want to discuss the fundamentals and then we discuss the technical analysis. Let's talk about the Canadian dollar. Now, the Canadian dollar has been more so one of our lukewarm currencies over the last several trading weeks, and it did come into this trading week as if it was going to be a lukewarm currency. Not strong, not weak, right there in the middle, in which news, any type of economic news or oil news can push it one way or the other. Now, we did have increase in barrel prices. We did have increase of oil yesterday, which further kind of weakens it. But this morning, we have very good economic news for this Canadian dollar. Has some very strong good economic news for the Canadian dollar. So we're going to have to see how that's going to affect the Canadian pairs, especially the USDCAD, being that the USD is weak due to inherent inflation that's hanging over the American economy and the poor economic news we've been having over the past 48 hours between yesterday and today about the USD currency. Now, we also have to trade the USD with some caution because we're going to have to see what the Fed's interest rate hike is going to be. They're predicting it may go up to as much as 50%, and we need to see how high they're going to hike up the interest rate. Reason why they're hiking up the interest rate is this is how you combat inflation to bring prices down, is to hike up the interest rate. Now, that is the economic theory, but sometimes it does not plan out like that. Okay? So we're going to have to take a look and see how all these precipitating factors are going to affect the currencies after 2 o'clock. But as of right now, the CAD is what you would consider strong because of how good the economic news that came out around 8:30 this morning. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Okay, so we were ranging between these two price points, and then recently we established like a new higher extreme where we were getting as high as here now, instead of just get as high as here. Okay, so now we have this new higher extreme, right, in which we've been ranging and bouncing, 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 bouncing. Okay, but now it is believed that this range is going to get broken. It's going to get broken towards the short side. Okay. So there's a couple possibilities. One, we can continue trading in this range. They can continue to bounce between these two price points. However, the more likely scenario is that you're going to continue to have a pathetic push up, range out about right here in this area, right here in this area, before we start having aggressive push downs or break us out towards this range, towards the short side. And it's a possibility it can continue to sell. And this is just due to how strong the Canadian dollar is. And it's been having some very good news come out. Okay. Now, just as much as that did, there's a possibility it can continue what it's been doing, which is ranging, ranging, ranging. And one thing about these Forex pairs that I come to know from years of trading now is that they're not going to consolidate forever. Eventually, a move is going to be made either towards the long side or the short side. Now, the only possible scenario in which a move could start to happen to the long side is if the USD gains a lot of significant strength after the Fed drop its interest rate. So, like I said, we're going to have to see how that plays out. But if the interest rate news that comes out does not support the USD with any type of strength, then we'll continue to see prices dropping towards the short side, eventually breaking this range and heading down. Okay. Hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.